Yo, what up, YouTube? It's the Real Boss TV 815. Go ahead and like and subscribe, man. Now, check this out, man. Kewon White is pretty much telling on everybody in Dallas. This is gonna be crazy. Listen to the words that this judge is saying. Check this out.
Was originally indicted in State's Exhibit number 1, the probable cause, which is before this court. The state's witness would also testify that Kewon White, or to who shot and killed Melvin Noble. This witness would also testify to Kewon White being the individual who shot and killed Mr. Noble on November 11th of 2020. Again, this conversation took place in the days following Mr. Noble's murder. The state has also had an opportunity to review bank records of the defendant, Marquise Conway. These records would show that the defendant drew $40,000 in the days following the murder of Melvin Noble. And for the record, that was a cash withdrawal. These records would correspond to the exact amount which the state's witness would testify to. In reviewing these records, the state also became aware and believed that they would show that the defendant had anywhere between $800 and $900, but more specifically, $870,000 between a checking account and a savings account with one particular bank. 300.
Okay, hold on. Now, it's gonna get real good. Check this out.
Individuals present and involved in this conversation. To the individuals present and involved in this conversation, the state's witness will also testify to Marquise Conway, the defendant, being present and involved in this conversation. The state's witness will testify to the amount of money that was to be paid for the murder. A state's witness will testify to the individuals responsible for the payment. That state's witness will also testify that Marquise Conway was one of the individuals responsible for a portion of that payment. A state's witness will also testify to the individual who would receive this payment. The state's witness will testify that Kewon White was, in fact, the individual to receive this payment, who was originally indicted in State's Exhibit number 1.
Okay. Now, if you hear that, what they said is that Yellow Beezy is one of the individuals. So he didn't told that other people done put some money with this to make this happen. And I don't know why they haven't got them yet. I think you know how the feds do. They be real quiet. They might have some people and haven't even said nothing. They might be working on Rico. It's no telling at this point, but just know that this dude is telling on everybody, not just Yellow Beezy. So a lot of the things that we was thinking, it's obviously true that there was several people involved in this, and they must have all put their money together. So people that's been following this case, if you remember how they said that after this happened, everybody involved had a party, which there was a little footage of it. Now, I wish I could pull back a lot of that footage from whenever everybody was riding on the freeway, but there was some pretty sketchy stuff that I seen. I did see somebody riding. They had a video talking about, man, look at old boy. What happened to Kinfo? They kind of like being sarcastic, but in the back seat, if you look closely, there was some license plates in the back seat. That stood out to me too. But like I say, this right here is big. It's major. So it's gonna be a lot of coverage over this, man. I feel like the Dallas rap scene is finna change big time, and a lot of people is finna go to jail. Now there was one more thing that I want to take a look at. Give me 1 second. Okay, this right here. Check it
And
out.
the black sedan is the vehicle driven by Kewon White, who is then the shooter, based off of the evidence we have.
This is where it gets deep. Okay, I'm gonna stop it right here. Now, if anybody knows this case, I'm gonna explain to you what's going on right here. But we already know that they said that he shot out the tire, the car swerved, it got hit from behind. Now, this is what's so crazy about this situation. When if you watch any of the No Jumper or Revolt or any of the interviews with Yella Beezy, he explains that this is before this happened to Mo3. This similar situation happened to him on a freeway where he spent out, and he said he had his gun on him, but when the car swerved, it flew across to the other side where he couldn't find it. Now look at this with Mo3. His car swerves. You can tell he comes out and goes to this other side and starts reaching. So what it seems to me, which a lot of people were saying, like his gun must have slipped out of his lap and flew on the other side, which anytime when you're driving, that happens, like even with your phone in your lap, if you have to make a sharp turn or something happen, it flies over there. So the thing about that is, I'm just saying that's such a coincidence that it happened in both scenarios. You know what I mean? But like I say, this is pretty big, and a lot of people, it looks like some people are finna get caught up in this. We're gonna take a look at this. I might have to just start covering this because this is gonna be going on all year. You feel me? And a lot of people in Dallas, it's up. They messed up, man. It's the Real Boss TV A15.